Hey, I'm back. And we're going to go over a Jeremy Silman game. He's facing Mont Ritchain in Richland in 1985. Jeremy Silman is white, and M. Montchanhal or something like that. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but just forgive me about that. We'll just say white, Jeremy Silman. Black, his the person he's playing. We're gonna talk. This is about knights and how to take advantage of small weaknesses in the position. And by the way, if you have a game you guys would like to go over after this game here, I mean this learning thing, we're going to probably do a couple tactics, and then I may play one game. And so if you guys would like to face me, one of you guys could put in the chat your name, and then I'll write in and then we'll play. Okay. There's no bad moves or anything. We're gonna go over it. We'll even analyze the game afterwards too. And remember, please let the language be good, and just because we want everybody to enjoy the chat. We don't want foul language to be brought in. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and now we will start. Okay, Jeremy goes d4. His opponent goes knight f6. Knight f3. He's developing. See, Jeremy Silman talked about that development is important. He said that as well, that openings are good, but you have to remember, if you're starting out, you want to get your pieces developed. Pawn structure. He says pawn structure, piece development, and a plan are the three things that you need to have. And an opening will direct you into a middle game. So if you develop your pieces, it will automatically know, you'll automatically know that you will be able to attack in the middle game. So remember, develop the pieces and watch the pawn structure so that you know where you want to attack. Your pawns will tell you where to attack. Okie dokie. Let's do this. Okay. His opponent goes c5, d5. You're probably wondering why doesn't he take here? The queen is protecting it. Now you see the power of why the queen move in the London system that I like to play. This right here is cool because the queen protects it. Otherwise, if you've done e4 and something was to happen and you pushed, a knight here could actually take. But if you're more of like an attacker, e4 is your way to go because it unleashes two pieces, the bishop and the queen, if this knight was right back here. So that's why it's more of a faster developing move. But d4, protected by the queen, more of a safer positional way. And sometimes tacking. All depends what the situation allots. Okay. He's doing the Banco Indian defense. So, yeah, Jeremy Silman, you see how he's taking space? He also says, I'm sorry, I forgot one more thing. Space is imperative as well in chess. So, like, you see how he has a pawn here? His pawn takes away the space inside of black's territory. See, this is white's territory, and this is black's territory. So let's see, what does white control inside of black's territory at this moment? Here, 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 here. So these are the squares that white controls. Black only controls here and here. So black controls here, here, and here, and here. But white controls here, 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 and when this pawn moves, these spots up here. So he controls more at this moment, and he's taken away space, which makes it harder for black to be able to move his pieces around. G7, getting ready to castle. Bishop to B5. You're thinking, can't he just play bishop here, bishop D7? Yes, and Jeremy would be more than happy to trade, because what would happen at this point is, if you notice, where were the pawns in the center positioned on? The color of the light squared bishop. So if he can trade his light squared bishop off, he'd be more than happy to do that. Let's see. Okay, back to castles. Sorry, okay, gotta go back. Okay, check, knight intercepts, castles. Do you see how this pawn protected the bishop, also took space away from black? So they're slowly cramping the position. And black protects twice this pawn here. But he actually can't play here, because we understand white takes, and then bang, it's all over there. So that's why he only plays bishop to b6. Not bishop b6, pawn b6. Got bishop on the brain because of we priorly were talking about it. So guys, if you have any comments, anything about what was played, just put it in there. It's open writing. Just make sure it's clean. Thank you. Okay, knight to e8. You're thinking, wait a second, didn't he retreat back? Yeah, but his idea is to go here and then push. Maybe play his bishop here, here, and then push, and then he can open the queen side. But if you notice that black knights are very not happy, because yes, he can go here and all these different spots when he's here, but it doesn't do anything. That's why taking away space from your opponent really does allot you the movement, and also it makes your opponent have a potential for getting frustrated. And what will happen is your opponent might play a slight inaccuracy, and you'll be able to gain more space, and you'll get a tempo, and eventually what will happen is you'll win, because you'll be able to slowly take away everything until they have nothing to do but do what you want. You won't react, they'll react to you, and that's what you want to happen. Queen comes. See, what the idea is to play here, so that knight takes and pawn takes, protected twice by the queen and the bishop. And White's idea, which is Jeremy, wants to trade off the bishop on g7 for a reason. See, if the bishop on g7 gets traded off, all these dark colored squares are weaknesses at this moment. So if this gets pushed here, he'll have these weak spots that a knight could come in, this knight could come in here, and this queen can come in here and checkmate if this bishop is gone, the black king. So he wants to get rid of this bishop as quick as possible. Knight comes in, knight takes, pawn takes, and now if this pawn moves, he'll have a passed pawn. So the pawn on d5 prevents the pawn from e7 from going to e6 at this moment, and doubled pawns, but they're still protected, if you notice, with that move there. So they're not isolated, but they are. His structure isn't as good as White's. White has one pawn island, all this here, is one pawn island. Black has two. This divides up his pawn islands over here and over here. So with that take from here, he made two pawn islands, which is a weakness. And white now emphasizes his idea of getting rid of this bishop. The queen comes in. She wants to allot the knight to be able to come here. Then remember the idea, push, or maybe bishop comes in. But remember, this bishop has no scope to actually go to, because this bishop controls here, pawn controls here, here, and here. The only square the bishop could go to are these squares here. So takes, king takes, and then he talked about knight to b8. B1 is really it's a double slam because it's a shocking move. It's like, really, you move your knight and then you move it back? Yeah, but the idea is to come here. Do you see how he'll be able to attack the queen here and the pawn? He'll reroute his knight so that he can attack here, here, and here. The queen comes over to protect this square here, this pawn. Also to get out and kind of do some attack. The queen comes in and goes, you know what? I'm pinning you down to this spot. You now have to either move here and then play here, because if you move at any time, this will be attacked. She might even play there later on, attacking the pin. There's a whole bunch of ideas. Knight comes in, attacking this base pawn. Knight comes in to protect. Also allows for this type of an idea. Now he's trying to undermine the D pawn on d5. And he goes a5. At this point, he stopped his analysis, and actually, wait a second. I think is there more? Did I do that? No. At this point, he stopped here. That's right. And he said that what would happen is, if the pawn took here, black's queenside structure is wrecked. That's a threat. And he would lose. It would be a knight attack here. You can't play there, sorry. And so that's why he stopped at this point. He says that the idea, he went on to win this game. He says that he destroyed the queen side in a dramatic way. That's why a5 was a important move. He's not giving up a pawn. He's taking advantage of the weaknesses on the queen side. So let's take a look. Let's say that he played bishop b5. He can't play b5 because of takes. So the only way to handle that situation would be for his queen to retreat back, but his queen can't retreat back because the queen takes, and then he wins the pawn with a check. And the queen will intercept here, and bang, then you win another pawn. So that's why he said a5 is crushing. It totally takes advantage of everything. It takes advantage of this, takes advantage of that, takes advantage of the queen, the knight. This one move changed the situation. Okay, so now do you guys have any questions? I'm gonna just wait because I know there's a lag on the server for putting in chat room, so I'll give like a minute or so. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go to tactics probably at 5:54, so I'll give like a minute and a half for you guys to ask any questions, put any games you want to analyze in, anything that you would like to do. You can even play me if you'd like. So Don't be afraid. You can put in what you want to analyze. No, nobody's going to make fun of you. We'll go over it. We'll learn, okay? Remember, I'll play a game with you. We'll go over it. We'll go over your games. If you have any questions, put them in. I know there's a lag, so I'm giving plenty of time. I want you guys to feel part of this, okay? That's what learning's about. Hey. Boo. That's funny. Yeah, I'm not an expert on the hippo defense. I know some family members who do like that. There's a way of getting around the. Where's I? Nope, I don't know that one either. So, if you guys would like to play or face me, just put it in the chat. So let's take a look here. Okay, knight. Okay, bishop. Boy, we have an attack here. So if only. Maybe if I played there. No, I don't want to do that. Trying to think if you guys have any ideas about this, because I'm going to try to get to 1900. That's a goal I want to get to, and then after that, when we keep that rating stable on puzzles, I want to go to 2000. So we got to get to 1900 first and hold there. So if you have any ideas here, I know there's a lag, so do not worry. Let's see. Takes. Trying to think. Is bishop? Depends on. Trying to see. Bishop here. Takes. Boy, this is a difficult one. Oh, so I was right. It was bishop. strat. I just gotta go with my gut next time. Okay. Let's see. There. Let's see, the queen could be a target, so if I play here, it may come there or there. Or maybe even here, so here, there, okay. Then I can take. I could play there. Queen to g4. Okay, try to see if there's any fork ideas that we can do. Oh, that's interesting. If I here, side over, then bishop. I could do a bishop attacks, then there, and if he plays there, there. I'll try bishop. Okay, that's knight. Okay, because it's an open position. Gotcha. Okay. Let's see. If I play queen check on g6, I could do bishop takes pawn. And then with check, he'll have to move, and I take. Huh? Because I know pawn takes. I'm gonna try bishop here. Oh. Well, I totally missed that one. That's... Okay, that is not fun right there. It takes, then the queen, the bishop takes. So if I play there, just take. Oh yeah, I should have taken the bishop, and then with rook check. Okay, because it is threatening. That is right. It's threatening. Oh, takes the. Oh man, I can't believe I didn't see that. I need to have better board vision. Man, that's 4 huge things back to back. Ouch. Boy. We gotta get some wins here. Yeah, I should have taken the bishop. That's right. Your rook is... Yeah, exactly. My rook is defended by my bishop. I should have... I didn't see that for some reason. That's irritating sometimes, but that's why you do tactics, or puzzles on here as they call it. So that when you do play in a real... yeah, this is real, I understand, but I mean in a rated event, you see those small things and then you get better. It's not about making mistakes, it's learning from your mistakes that's important. Okay, because we don't really have to worry about this taken right away, because he's going to... we're going to win a rook for a bishop. We got to keep an eye on this dude here. So I wanna play here, but something just doesn't ring. Because if I play queen a7, queen b1, takes here. He might even be able to sack that pawn here too, because if I play here, he can actually sack there. I can't take because of queening. And bishop e, then king f1. Okay, queen. Okay, if queen b. All right, yeah, I see that. So if I play queen to a7, that's right. That's right, Panther. Then queen b1, then king to f1. Man, I hope this isn't wrong. I'm kind of a little like, if I do another wrong one, that's gonna throw us down to 17. But you can't be scared like that. Something rings, bishop there, queens. Take, so you can't take after that because of a check here. Let's give it a shot. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me bishop take. Oh my word. Oh my word. Okay. Okay, let's see. There. Let's see. Okay, intercepts. Oh, move over to... Oh, is it F? H1. Okay, H1. Then if queens... No, that's silly. When you play rook takes, queen check, king up. Yeah. Oops. That was a mistake there. I gotta delete that. Oh, I can't delete that. That's okay. I could take there when it's that. And then now we got these pawn pushes. Yeah, I could see now how, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, it does look bad for white. That is for sure. Let's see. Oh boy, 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 boy. Okay. Takes two. There we go. We could. I think we could use a pin here. If we play there. Okay, sweet. 10. We got 10. Yes. Let's get a whole row of greens. We could do this, guys. Oh, this knight. Wish this knight was off the board. That would be so sweet if it was. I do have knight. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Knight c6 actually does the job. Yep. We could take here, or we could take there with check. What do I want to do? Because we could actually win a free bishop there. Boy, this is, yeah, take the, yeah. I was thinking that too, because why sack a knight? Why take here? Yeah, I mean, that doesn't really do anything, because you can then take back with the rook. And this, when you could actually just win a piece, you know, I mean, don't get materialistic at this point. Everything for white's covered. He doesn't really have anything that's a weakness. We just want a piece, and we can then use that piece to win more material later on. So we don't want to be materialistic. That was right. Taking the bishop was correct. Good work. So we're slowly getting those points back. Sometimes getting warmed up is a pain when it comes to tactics. You have to get your mind, you know, in the zone, as they say. Okay. Boy, I'd love to play bishop to e7 and then h4. I'm at h4, h6. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. We're thinking exactly the same. But actually, this does win a piece, because if he plays there, okay, let me see. I'm trying to think. Let's see here. He moves there. You take here, takes, and then bishop takes. Yeah, that does win that wins a piece. See how small little who would have thunk, you know what I mean? Who would have thunk that bishop to, yeah, bishop e7 is also an excellent move. We just need it, yeah. Yeah, I thought that too, but then I'm like, there was no spot for the knight to go to, and the only thing that was defending the knight would have been the queen, and once the queen comes off the board and the knight takes back, the knights aren't protecting each other, and then boom, we win a piece. So it's those small things that we have to keep an eye on. It, you know, I like tactics because and sometimes I don't like them, because what happens is it shows you where you need to work on. But if you don't do tactics and see where you need to work on, you'll get into a game and then you'll realize after the sad thing happens, you lose, then you'll say, I need to work on that, which you could have saved that point, and maybe even you could have got a half rather than a 0, and by just seeing where you needed to work on in tactics. So you have to put aside ego, a lot of the ego, because I'm like, I don't like to be, wrong in a row like this, but I did get to see why all these were correct, and so that was beneficial, so that when I play in a game, I won't make the same mistake. I like this one. I think it's knight takes. Oh yes, knight takes d. Okay, let's analyze that. Enough of me talking. Okay, knight takes d5. Pawn takes d5. Pawn takes d5. Pawn takes d5. Then bishop takes g. Or maybe we could do bishop takes g. No. Okay. Okay. All right. Knight takes. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. Bishop takes. Queen takes. Ooh, I think we have a better one. That is right. That is right. Because you're 100% more right on that one. Because, oops. Yeah, queen takes. I can't believe I didn't see that. That was correct. Because if you take here, that yeah, right there, that wins a rook. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I was looking at all these pawn things in the center. Then I realized, wow. This is just open. That's open for the takings. And if he takes back, if he doesn't take back, he'll lose the queen. So yeah, that was an excellent one. That was great. That's full board vision tactic there. But good job, guys. So okay, queen. Let's see, queen takes. Queen, knight takes. Because you always, a lot of the teachers say you look at the most forcing moves in the sequences like checks, checks, captures, forks, and those type and pins. But you look for like checks. We don't have any checks. So what are the three things we can take? Not more than three. We can take this, 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 this. Stop doing the move. There's this and that. So that gives us an idea on the taking idea. And if taking doesn't work, then do we have any forks? Like something that can fork a piece. So let's see. Let's take our first most forcing take, which would be queen takes queen. Knight takes queen. Or we could play knight takes knight. After knight takes e4. Okay, because that, there, here. So you can't take there, so we win a pawn. But is there something more than a pawn that we can win here? Maybe knight b6. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There it is. See what we did? You were right, because we looked at all the takes. Takes didn't work. And then we looked at a fork. There's the fork that wins. That's excellent, because now do you see how it's kind of like even in math, you can you start with different move sequences, and then you take those sequences as well, and like subtraction, division, multiplication. This we do checks, captures, forks, and pins. Same type of principle. That's why chess is very mathematical too. Why doesn't black take the queen? Oh. Sorry about that. I took, sorry about that. TDUBSS. I did the problem before I checked into that. Pawn takes knight is in passing. Yes. Okay, there. Okay, let's take a look at the. We don't have any checks, so we can check that off the chart. I mean, we don't. Yeah, checks. We do have captures, so we have one capture. Pawn takes the knight, like what you're saying, on c6. That's correct. Okay, pawn takes, queen takes. Pawn takes. Let's see. Pawn takes, knight. Rook takes. Rook takes. Is there anything more forcing than that? Because that is an excellent idea. That's an excellent idea for the categories of things we want to do, like checks, captures, forks, and pins. So we know the consequences is losing of the queen. So let's see, here, here, here. No, I said that puzzle last. Oh, gotcha. Sorry, gotcha. Yeah, and you were answering the question. Okay, I got you. Okay. Excellent. That's, yeah, you were right there. So we know that taking here, yeah, because the takes, like you were saying with the pawn in the prior one, was that's why it didn't work. You're exactly right on that one. With taking for the knight. Let's see. Okay. Okay. We know takes is not what we want because we lose a queen. Ooh, we could. No, we don't want. We don't. Is there any forks that we can use? There's a pin that we can use there. We could push. We could play bishop there, but then yeah, we could play bishop there, and then if knight takes, so you can't. You have to move his queen. So bishop d3. I don't think knight h4 quite works. Knight h4. Yeah, it's let me see. Knight h4. Bishop takes e2. Knight takes. Bishop takes. Queen. Knight takes. Let me see. Yeah, there's no check that we can use because this square is covered with a bishop and rook and knight. So we wouldn't be able to bail out our knight in that situation. That I can see. Let's see here. Okay, if we move there. Actually, it might. Yeah, it might actually work. I'm trying to see if it does calculate it. Let's see here. There. Here. Bishop takes. Rook takes knight. No, that we'll have to keep that one in mind, because that is a potential. I'll put that on my chart of an idea to look into as well. Let's see, knight h4, bishop takes a2, knight takes e2. Yeah, that's right. Okay, exactly. So here, there. Huh. Yeah, this is a very interesting setup, isn't it? Oh boy. Trying to see if there's... That looks like a good idea. So queen doesn't... Yeah, queen d4. So, oh man, trying to think here. Is covered, yeah. The only reason I see after that takes there is there's a rook takes here, which is a pain. But no, that because the knight is positioned there, so you can't do that. You'd have to move your queen. Yeah, this is a crazy idea. That is, yeah. We'll try it. I'm gonna give it a shot. Huh. Yeah, because because of if here, because that'd be the only move that he could play. Then you could take there. Okay. I gotcha. We'll do one more. That would okay, yeah. Okay, bishop takes. Bishop takes knight. Bishop takes. Oh, sorry. Bishop takes knight. Bishop takes. Rook takes. Rook takes. Queen takes. We have a free knight. Okay, just take. Okay, let's just take. Okay, here. Yeah, let's see if like rook. I think let's see. Rook takes. We'll see. Rook takes. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. That attacks. You're right. That it does attack the. That yeah. Seems too easy. Let's give that. Oh, bishop takes. Oh man. You gotta be. Wow. Let's see. He can move there. That's crazy. I'm like, huh. Why does it? Let's see. Rook takes. Bishop takes. Yeah, he doesn't have to take, does he, with the rook at this point? Yeah. So it is. Yeah. So oh, I see why. Because his pawn. Oh man, you have to take with the bishop. It's forced. You'd lose. You'd lose there. Sometimes you gotta do what you don't want to do, and that's for sure. For sure. Boy, I'd love to take this, but that loses to either one of these rooks coming here, and you will lose your queen. So. Let's see. Okay. boy, this is okay. You can't take the defend. You can't take then defend the rook. Ooh, you're right. I can. Ouch. That's yeah. You're right because of here. That was exactly right. We'll do one more because we're on a roll here. This is good. Do one more. Would any of you like to play me on a chess game? All right. Even if not, that's okay too. So there's no pressure on doing that. We gotta stay on task with this. Okay. Now when it works because it takes here. Let's see. Yeah, this is an interesting idea to push there, but I don't know because then the knight can move. See, we gotta play one that allows the. It has to do something with takes. Let's see. Gotta get a drink of water. So. Oh boy. Yeah. Man. For some reason I'm having a H5. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, that's H there. Yeah, then here. Yeah, I can't stay. That's right. I can't stay in contact with that. So you could take. Then when he moves over, let's see. Would moving over be a good move? I think it is. Yes. Nope. Wow. So you just moved it. Oh my word! I can't believe I missed that. Let's see. See there. Okay, there. Boy. Okay. I think then we just take. Let's see, takes. But he doesn't actually have to take. So if you let's see, if you go back, intercepts here. Oops, he can't retreat there. I was wrong. There. Well, that's. Oh, I see why. Yeah, I see why that. You have to bring the queen over now. Keep the queen over because if you didn't, let's say you moved here, it takes. You could actually take here, and if it takes back, you could take with the knight. And if a rook pin, you could just play here, and then you're still fine. Or you don't even have to do that. Oops, my bad there. Okay, sorry. Because I just like going. I just want to see what there. Here, here, and then if you pin there, you can just retreat back, protecting the rook, and you've actually won a. Yes, you're down here, but look at all the pawns you have here. The pawn mass. So, yeah, I could see why you wouldn't want to do that now. We gotta get one right. We got. Okay. Takes. And because then you can even sacrifice if you needed to, and your passed pawn comes storming down the board for white. Ooh. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Let's see. I'm trying to think what would be a good. So I'm gonna develop my knight. I'm gonna attack the queen. And this is getting to a fun, interesting part of the game now. It's when tactics come into play here. Multitude of different tactics guys are happening here. And that's what we're trying to do, yeah. Okay. I think the queen is trapped at this point. Yeah, that was some interesting move sequences. That was some good moves. Okay, check there. Okay, so that fortifies that. Let's see. Trying to think. Let's see. Trying to see. I'm trying to see if I can use this pin on the file to see if we can get some attacks. That's why I'm able to actually move my knight here, was that this queen pins. Yeah, that's what I thought might have happened. Might happen, I mean. Let's see. That was a good game. Do you want to go over it? Would you like to go over it? We'll analyze it and just take a look. Because this was a really excellent game. Black played really good. That was excellent. So yeah, takes there. One thing though that we need to work on is if you want to, if you're going to trade off like a gambit a piece, a pawn, you would want to play like knight to c6, because then that puts the question to the pawn. And if I play like here, something like that, then you might have the ability of gambiting. Yes, you have to gambit another pawn, but look how much development you guys that's here. For one pawn, two knights are developed. He also has this open F file, which would cause a lot of problems after like a bishop. The bishop can even check here if he wanted to, and after there retreat back and still have the pin. So black actually is okay with this type of position. Oops. But the queen h4 allows for development of, it's not bad, it just allows for white to develop a piece. Like I was able to develop a knight attacking, then I pushed a pawn, he moved up, I developed a knight. And see, back here, if this had been played, then here, 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 you are the black's the one with the development advantage of 2 pieces to 1. Okay. Okay, and then I was able to with knight with e4. E4 attacked the queen, and now it unleashed my light squared bishop to come on the scene. So it helped me develop more initiative. That's why you have to be very in the principles of chess. They always talk about do not bring your queen out too early, because your opponent will have a lot of a development. Well, like I was able to develop with a knight with an attack. So, but you could actually have, like what we said priorly, gambited another pawn and been up 2 knight development to 1 of my knights. Just be very careful with queen movements like that. And you're wondering why I played knight to d5 was the soft spot weakness is actually c7. What would happen is it'd be a family fork. And so that's why black had to move. And so what I did is I jumped in again. And see, what's happening is if black plays queen takes e5, I do jump in again, and I have another family fork happening. So white has to move, and then what happens is I bring a pawn up protecting my knight and this pawn from the knight taking. And what happens is when e6 is played, h6, I take away the very last square that the queen can move, and I attack her. Yes, I lose a knight, but if the queen goes here, it's taken here, 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 and here, because my queen guards that. So the only way to gain any material would be to play queen takes h5. So let's see. Let's say rather than h6, let's say black played f6, and that attacks my knight. So if I tried to play, I'd play f. This is what I'd play, f5, and the queen would retreat back, and then now I have the ability of taking if I want to. Takes, takes, takes. I can't take because of the knight, and it's attacking my knight. So this still would save the queen, and yes, black's down 1 pawn, but he still is surviving in this position. So let's see if there. I'm trying to see, is there anything else that I could play? Let's see if I played. Let's see if I took there like I did. Takes. I'd have to retreat back, and you could play bishop there. Bishop takes, knight takes, and slightly better for white. It's not really good for white, but it's slightly better because I'm up just 1 pawn. But h6 doesn't allow the queen to have the escape square of e8, and that's why when f5 is played, it's a whole different story. Because what would happen before, if this was played and this was back there, the queen could just retreat back and it would still be fine. And then I took, takes, takes, and then queen g4. I don't know if queen g4 was actually the best in this situation. Let's see, what could I have played that might have been better? I was looking at e6, takes, takes, and then if bishop takes. So I think e6 might have actually been a better idea, because takes, 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 and then I have a discovery here. Yeah, e6 would have been a whole bunch better. Now that I think about it, e6 is actually winning. Pawn e6. Snakies. So he can't. So black wouldn't be able to take here. So he'd probably develop the knight, and then let's see. I'd take. Yeah, that I was looking at. Yeah, e6 is crushing because of the takes. Then takes here. A cherry on top of it already. Yeah, well, we gotta be. Yeah, we gotta be nice though. If one of our people in the chat is playing, because we're here to help. And that it is true. It is nice when if you're when you're facing a high level player, and not that this guy's high, not that this player is high level, but and you play, you have a position like this. This is so nice. But that's why we're doing analyzing here, is so that, like, I should have seen I should have seen e6. Not I got a little too pawn greedy, which I have to get over that. That's even a issue that I have sometimes. I don't want to sack a pawn. I want to keep a pawn into an endgame, which this is such a probably an exclam move. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a pro on that, so to me it looks like an exclam move, because who'd have thunk you're taking a pawn back. Actually, you wouldn't have to take here. You can actually just play check right there right away, and then yeah, you'd have to move his king, because he wouldn't be able to. Oops, sorry. He wouldn't be able to intercept here because of checkmate. Oh, drat! Get back there. This is the fun part. Okay. Yeah, they gotta get to that part. Okay, good. Okay, alright, we're back to taking here. So there, he can't play here because of mate. We already went over that line. So if he moved here, we take the knight. Yeah. So he intercepts with. Yeah. Ooh, interesting. I like that. You're right. That's even better. If I do check here, you're right. I didn't. Yeah, that. And you still win a knight. I mean a rook. You win a full rook. And let's see if he takes here. You can play some moves similar to that, and then you pin. So you gotta be very careful with that move. So let's see. Then the king would probably have to move to get out of this pin, because there's that coming. There's here and here, here and here coming. So I gotta tell you, I even need oops. I even got to work on mine, because that allowed him some counterplay. I'm just still winning by like 5 pawns or 4 pawns, but why not, end the game quicker? I dismissed the e6. I shouldn't have done that. I should have looked at it. I had plenty of time. I had like 7 or 8 minutes left, so I had plenty of time to look at it. Next time I'm gonna do that. Huh. I'm looking at, what if I played here? No, then he can move there. That intercepts. Oh, he can't take. So he'd have to play here. Or he could take. But that would lead to check. He'd have to move. Then you can take there and win a bishop. So yeah, wow. So yeah, wow, that protected square right there. Ouch. That doesn't feel too good. Another missed idea right there. Okay, there. I can't believe I what was I thinking? I should have played here. I don't know. I guess I saw this pawn here and thought that it could take, but I forgot that it's pinned. Okay, I gotta remember to look at that one. Right there, yeah. Takes, takes, takes. Yeah, there's no. So I missed like 3 or 4 critical spots in the move sequence. It was knight, knight. Let's see, where is that? Let's see, knight. Where am I? Where did I? Castles. Okay. I missed here. That I missed there. That potential attack. But yeah, okay. I missed like 4, but we went over them. We learned from them. That's why it's good to do practice games and go over them, because you learn so much. Like I saw that I need to work on seeing squares. Like I saw a phantom that this could be taken if I played here, which it can't because of there. And then back a little further. Let's see. Back a little further. Instead of queen, e6 was better. And then there's so many different variation lines that I win a rook. I at least win something in this position. So see, it's those little changes that change everything in a position. That's why tactics are very, very important. Okay. Thank you for whoever played. I appreciated the game. It was a great, great learning lesson. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly right, Fox. Yeah. Yeah, everything. And sometimes Maurice Ashley actually talked about this, and I have his DVD on what grandmasters see. Oh, like I think that's what the name of it is. Yeah, and what he says is what you have to do sometimes is to forget kind of what your opponent is playing for just a second. Don't move during that time, but just look what you would want your move sequence to end up. Where would you want? Like, I want to win this rook. So would there be a way from right here? Would there be a way to win this rook? Yes, but I would have to see it all the way through, and that's what Maurice Ashley was talking about. Yazer's exactly right. He's Maurice Ashley's basically an attacker. Yazer's positional, so it's good to be a mix of those. That's what makes Magnus a great player. Is he's balanced in all those areas, and he knows when to tap into the attacking part and the positional part. And he's not afraid of closed games, open games, semi-close, semi-open, all those. He knows when a pawn structure where it's pointing. He knows where to put his pieces. He knows how to counter somebody else's move sequence. But we have to remember that that didn't come without a cost as well. See, yes, grandmasters are grandmasters now, but you have to think, like Jeremy Silman said, that grandmasters had to lose thousands of games, or I don't know, thousands, maybe hundreds of games, to get better, because then they took that game home and they saw where they needed to work on. So when they came back, they were able to win. And if they lost, they took that back and found out where they could improve more. So you're exactly right on that. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay. Thank you guys for all the help on the tactics. For playing a game. Whoever in the chat played a game, I appreciate that. Thank you for staying on and for us analyzing, and I appreciate everything, guys. So, and also the ones that didn't comment, you guys aren't forgotten either. Okay, I know it's sometimes scary to put something in because you don't know if it's not going to be right or wrong, but you're still there. You're still in our thoughts and prayers, guys. So don't worry about that. I'm not leaving you guys out either. Okay. With that, guys, I do have to log off for work tomorrow, but I appreciate everything again. And as Wesley So says, serve the Lord Jesus. And as I say, guys, God bless. And I will see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Have a great night and a great rest. Bye bye.